Welcome to Glowing Card Gaming, and tonight we have a reaction video to the 6 most disturbing camping encounters. Later, Hollow Knight Part 10. And now, your host, Adam. Everybody, keep the intro short, sweet, getting into the content quicker. I hope that's okay. I don't know what you guys like, so I'll just get into it. Yeah. Let's go to the screen capture. Hold on. Let's shut this off. We're going to get into the camping videos right away. I think this is a longer video. Yeah, this is like 41 minutes, but I'm on earlier, so we're good. Share. Look at that. Hubba. All right, let's just get right in. You know how I do it. Oh, before we get started, be sure to like, share, subscribe, especially the share and the subscribe. Feel free to comment anytime. Now I have the multi-stream up, so I should hear it, as well as be able to see and react. All right. There's a really weird noise coming. What weird noise could she be hearing?
What the hell is that noise?
Kid-sized backpack.
Dude, yo! Does anybody else think this is fake, like, immediately? Like, it has the lines in it, like it's television camera, and like it's just let's skip. I don't want like to see like the preview of what's coming. I want to see all six. That's what we're getting right there. But it feels faked. At least some of this. So we'll see.
1st, 2025. This encounter was uploaded by the channel Eleanor Grace Adventures, hosted by solo traveler and content creator Eleanor Grace, who documents her quiet explorations across the UK. Eleanor typically finds beauty in the remote, but in this video what starts as a serene wild swim in a hidden Dartmoor quarry quickly devolves into something far more unnerving.
We might have to fast forward through some of this.
Good evening, everyone. You're joining me on the way. Well, we already are on Dartmoor, but we're heading somewhere that I've never been to before, but I really wanted to check out this evening. I was really looking forward to a sunny evening with a potential sunset, and it's just gone incredibly grey. Perfect timing.
Yeah. She does look like she's all ready for camping. Camping out of her car.
And that is how this happened.
Oh. She steamed up the roof and it loosened the glue, so now the ceiling's sagging. Interesting.
We're off. Got my coffee.
Coffee? I, no joke, thought that was going to be tea.
Okay. Shall I hold this? Shall I put this? Who knows? Beautiful grey evening in the middle of Dartmoor. I wanted to do an evening hike, and I was looking on my
I don't know where Dartmoor is. I don't know if it's England or Scotland or Ireland or where this is.
Trails app for somewhere really nice on Dartmoor. I also wanted to check out the area I'm in.
She sounds British, so I'm going to say it's part of Britain.
For the possibility of doing a wild camp on a tour somewhere, because I've never actually done one like properly before in the actual wild at Dartmoor. Yeah, Dartmoor would be very interesting.
This is long.
Whilst I was checking out my All Trails app, I came across this place, and it's an old mining quarry.
Hold on, we are going to skip.
It's very Tomb Raider. I think that's why I like it. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I do like the Tomb Raider stuff. She's not wrong.
Sheep. Oh. It's alright. It's okay. Hello. Yeah, this definitely looks quarry-like, doesn't it?
Here,
I think we might.
Let's go a little.
Yeah,
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, bless him. Right, I'm just going to stand still and let him run. It's quite eerie, actually. Yeah, I don't... Hello?
I didn't hear anything. It looks like 8mm.
I don't think that there is anyone else here. Apart from the sheep. Look.
That is
I really do.
crazy clear.
I'm gonna go for it. It's worth it. I get something starts sucking on my leg. As gross as that sounds. How cold are we talking? It's not too bad. Let me get over that. It's a little bit cold. It's not.
So, again, just going to say this. Why are you by yourself? I think this is like one of the worst things you can do. You're by yourself. I'm sure she told people where she's going, but there's nobody there with her. I mean, I don't even think she's armed. She's just out there by herself. Anything could happen, and then you're going to get into a lake and go swimming where, in water, people can't move around as well. So I think this might not be the best idea.
Not too bad, though. There are a lot of tadpoles and everything around me and like little...
And I bet it is extremely cold. I bet she's not letting on. If you look at her shoulder blades right here and how intense her muscles are and how, like, tensed up she is, I'm going to say it's cold. It looks really cold, even though she's acting like it's not.
Lizardy type things. I haven't seen any leeches yet. We're being joined by sheep. I'm gonna have
think she's getting used to it.
in case they try and eat it.
At first, it's magical. The still water, framed by a jagged...
All right, hold on. Hmm?
Oh god, the rocks are quite high and jagged. It's not overly deep. So you've got to be careful where you're putting your legs, really, or kicking your legs to swim. Oh, it's just so nice, though. Loads and loads of, like, planes and military helicopters and stuff above me.
And now, I'm not sure.
I don't know if someone's wild camping and pumping up something, because that's what I can hear. It sounds like that. Either that or it's extremely loud, heavy panting. God, I hope it's someone wild camping. Anyway, Dartmoor is like a military training base. They do a lot of training around here, basically, so I had to check the times for when they were doing that. There's various areas on Dartmoor where you can wild camp, and this falls under one of the legal areas you can do it.
I knew it was going to rain pretty heavy, and I just heard thunder. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it actually rattled the windows a little bit. It's going to dump here in a little bit.
Yeah, it was coming from up there. It is pretty eerie when you're on your own.
Eerie, not airy.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Tadpoles. So, if you're out there alone, on your own, and you're swimming around, and it feels eerie, and you're just kind of a little jumpy, and you should probably listen to those feelings. I'm just saying. Echo's pretty good.
While swimming, she begins to hear strange sounds coming from the upper ridgeline, rhythmic, mechanical, like something being pumped or dragged. It's hard to place the source, and at first she assumes it might be a nearby wild camper setting something up, but the noise doesn't stop. It repeats, irregularly, always distant but just close enough to be heard. It sounds like heavy breathing or a machine. Either way, it shouldn't be coming from this remote of a place. Still, She pushes through the discomfort. Lizards dart through the nearby brush. There's no sign of anyone else, but that only makes the setting more haunting. She jokes on camera about someone watching her from the woods, the typical YouTube trope, until she realizes as she's getting dressed again behind a rock that she still hears the sound. And it's louder now. As darkness begins to fall, she struggles to find the path out. The marshy land that led her in now feels like a trap. Deep bogs up to her thighs, thick reeds concealing the stream she crossed earlier. She starts second-guessing every step. The rocks are slick, her boots soaked, and she's genuinely lost for a few moments, trying to retrace a route she hadn't paid enough attention to on the way in. Eventually, she reaches her car, parked on a forested road near the edge of Dartmoor. The camera cuts to her later that night, parked in her dad's driveway. Despite the safety of home, she can't shake the feeling from the quarry. The next morning, she speaks candidly. The place wasn't just eerie. It was oppressive. She describes feeling watched the entire time, as if something unseen was tracking her from behind the ruins, among the rocks, or beyond the waterline. At one point, she compares the sensation to another location she vowed never to return to, a site called Kennel Vale, which has its own history of mining deaths and dark energy. Both places, Kennel Vale and this hidden Dartmoor quarry.
Sorry, it's eerie and it's creepy if you're there. Here, us watching her, I thought something, we were going to hear something was going to jump out. This is just her out there where wild camping. I think that means she's not where she's supposed to be. But I don't know. Things are different in other places. Who knows? Maybe she's allowed to do that. But I wouldn't go out there by myself on my own. There's just no way you should ever be doing stuff like this on your own. It's really stupid. She was in a bog and literally up to her thighs, sinking down into it. What if you get stuck in that? What if she, I mean, I don't know when they would ever find her, if they would ever find her. Because she might, she might be there for 2 or 3 days. People are starting to look, figure out where she's at finally, and no one sees her. She passes out or whatever, dies, and her body sinks all the way down in the bog. No one would ever find her. I guarantee it. She would have just disappeared forever. Have somebody with you. There's a lot of reasons you need it. You need to have at least one other. But I in these kind of things, 4. I'd say 4 people.
For abandoned mining sites.
I almost feel like we should skip the rest of this because
both, she says, gave her the exact same feeling.
Nothing here.
Social is usually centered around laid-back fishing, IRL streaming, and everyday something that made the creator stop what he was doing, pick up his camera, and call the police. It all began like any other stream. The creator had taken his kayak out for a relaxing day of fishing.
It looks nice. Again,
navigating the waters
and again,
the evening air.
He's by himself. Now I see a lot of kayakers out there by themselves. Whatever, and bicyclists too. Just go out by yourself. People die. Well, they might die. Disappear. In U.S. National Forest, there's people have done podcasts, especially more recently, where every day, every single day in the United States, in the national parks, people disappear, never to be seen again. Have somebody with you.
But as he approached the base of a bridge, something cut through the normal sounds of nature. A sound so chilling.
He's with somebody. All right. Now this makes me feel better. There's more than one person here. All right. There's at least 3. Let's see what happens with the 3 people.
Changed everything.
8mm.
Those birds freaked out. What the hell is that noise? going over there.
That sounds
I
like
don't know if the stream is
somebody is screaming.
I need to hear whatever the hell's happening over there.
Somebody's crying.
Screaming? Is that something I should be, like, worried about?
It's coming out of that drainage pipe, I think.
I think my day's about to be ruined. Ugh.
I hope he's armed. That's the other part. And where are the other two? They just rode off? Huh. You go investigate that, buddy. I wonder where this is. That star under the bridge is a good clue. Texas, New Mexico, Arizona?
Screaming, loud, frantic, and coming from directly under the bridge. His first instinct was confusion, but that quickly turned to concern. He began calling out toward the sound, asking if anyone needed help. Other people nearby, some under the bridge themselves, acknowledged the noise, but didn't seem eager to get involved. That's when he made a decision. He would report it. If someone was screaming like that, they had to be in some kind of trouble. But the strangest part, the moment he called out, the screaming stopped. It was as if someone had silenced it, whether it was a victim suddenly stifled, or someone realizing they'd been heard. That timing weighed heavily on the creator. He wondered whether it was a mental health episode, someone in pain, or something even worse. Eventually,
Yeah, it could be any
he
of
called
those.
emergency services to report what he'd heard, giving as much detail as he could. After the call, he got out of the kayak and climbed the embankment to investigate for himself. What he found was both unsettling and inconclusive.
I don't know if we're going to watch all of these. Because I was expecting more, like, paranormal or just... I mean, this one's weird. The first one, though, just some girl walking around in the bog. And then what? Like, anything else? Looks like somebody's living there, though. Do they think this is where it was coming from? They must think this is where it's coming from.
There were signs of someone living there, items scattered in a spot that resembled a makeshift shelter. Terrifying.
Yeah,
Even more
I can
disturbing
see
was
that.
the timing. That silence falling immediately after being called out. It felt intentional. The sound may have echoed from a nearby tunnel, but the creator is adamant. The screams came from under the bridge, not from a tunnel. He and others present were sure of it. The audio may not do it justice, but in person, he knew exactly where it was coming from. To date, no missing persons have been reported from that area. No official update has followed, and maybe that's the most unsettling part of all.
Well, because there's no news, right?
Uploaded on January 11th, 2000.
So there's nothing more to say. They didn't go back. There's no other information. So that's why they didn't do anything else.
25. This footage comes from Wiggins Wild World, a YouTube channel run by Coin and Victoria, a couple documenting their off-grid homesteading journey in the Arizona desert. Typically, their content is lighthearted, filled with the land development updates, alternative gardening, and back to the land enthusiasm. During one of their first walks around their newly purchased 20-acre parcel, something unexpected stopped them in their tracks.
Yeah, you can buy land, and they probably bought that dirt cheap. At one point, my grandparents had bought land, and it was kind of like this. But the problem is, you're really out there in the middle of nowhere. There's no infrastructure out there. You're not going to get sewer. You're not going to get water. You're not going to get electricity. None of that's going to be easy to come by way out there. You're going to have to pay somebody to run it out there, or you're going to have to do without or do something else that's more creative for that. So I understand wanting to buy land, all that stuff, but man, I don't know.
And may have turned their dream property into the scene of a potential tragedy. Coin and Victoria hike the land, trying to locate
They find a dead body
boundaries for their first 5-acre parcel. They're excited, playful, and admiring the wild Sonoran beauty surrounding them.
What?
But
Is
their
that
mood begins to
limes?
shift
What
when
is
Coin
that?
stumbles upon
That
two
can't
old
be
Mexican
limes.
peso coins lying in the dirt.
We found, first we found a couple pesos, and we were like, that's cute, washed away from
random.
Mexico.
Like, I was just walking, I kept finding stones, and then all of a sudden I looked down and I thought it was an apple.
I keep hearing things in the house. What time is it? Shouldn't be anybody here yet. Rockies. You're going to have 3 opportunities to get to 42, and this is tonight is one prime time, and you're down 3-0. All right, now. Just check into security real quick. Yeah, nothing. All right. Make that 5-0, you idiots. Every time I look at that score, it's going to be irritating. One game. They need one game not to be the worst team or tied. Well, I'm watching both. I'm watching the Rockies, but I keep hearing noises in my house. It could be. Maybe tomorrow night. We're going to watch one more of these. These are sort of kind of creepy, but not paranormal or odd or weird. It's just people kind of out there almost scaring themselves. So if this one doesn't have anything really major, these guys might find a dead body, so we might be in for it here.
Air tag, and it was
2 pesos.
2 pesos from like 98 and
92.
92.
Dated from 1992 to 1998. While odd,
I don't think
not
it's
enough to
haunted.
raise concern.
I think it's the
At
cats.
first, they assumed the coins were washed down through the dry wash system.
It's haunted with
Then
cats.
things escalate.
So we just found a little kid's backpack, like a kid-sized backpack, which wouldn't like be too alarming or anything, but it's like in the wash. And a little while ago, just randomly walking through here, we found 2 pesos.
Hey, at least these guys are following kind of what I say on here. Don't go out alone like the other idiots that we've watched on this channel. They're always by themselves. My cats are haunted. They are. They're haunted by themselves. or they haunt each other. I don't know how that works. But yeah, at least he's out there with another person, and you can see he's armed. Might not be a firearm, but it's a dagger, and he's at least got something out there. So both things are there. You're not alone, and you're armed, and you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Like 2 peso coins, and we found a little kid's shoe.
That's not good.
So I'm like, hopefully somebody's stuff got accidentally washed down from the wash, but I really, really hope we don't find like something gruesome in the area on the new property.
Do you smell something? That would suck. I totally agree. They just bought 20 acres. They're checking out their property, and they're finding this stuff. I hope they don't find a body, and I hope it's not. If they do, it's not a little kid's body.
Because that would suck pretty bad.
Yeah.
You know, because we are so close to the border. Like,
there's a backpack, a shoe, and something.
So close to the border. So this is where they
find some.
Okay. So my theory is, hopefully, there's no foul play here. There's nothing that happened. They're not going to find anybody. But he just mentioned they're so close to the border. It wouldn't be unusual for somebody to have tried to cross and get into the U.S. here. So I'm thinking that's probably all this stuff they're finding. They had kids with them or whatever, and probably had to get away quickly from border guard or somebody. Dropped all that stuff.
Person or persons that
shall remain nameless.
Escape. Yeah. Well, that's the news about that.
Victoria finds a child-sized Puma backpack, old, partially buried,
Puma.
clearly torn.
Puma
The front pocket
backpack.
is shredded in a way that doesn't look like natural wear. Nearby, they discover a small child's shoe. It's sun-bleached and partially disintegrated, but unmistakably a kid's.
Is
The
it
disturbing
also
part
a
was that
Puma?
The 3 items, coins, backpack, and shoe, are all in roughly the same area, beneath a large tree and near what appears to be a pack rat's nest. And then they find the bone.
The shoe's over here, right?
Oh, they're going to find a bone.
There, and I'll show you the bone.
So it would be different if it was just the shoe. So we found a little kid's shoe. We found a little kid's backpack. And we found this bone under that tree.
Who knows, though? Sorry, buddy. Those are deer bones? Hope so.
Yeah. That doesn't look like it.
Like a really clean cut now.
Shit, yeah, it does.
That doesn't look like animal bones.
It's long, smooth, and curved, possibly a femur. Small enough to be from a child, but unclear whether it's human or animal. Victoria immediately questions whether it might have belonged to a little kid. Coin, unsettled but trying to stay grounded, jokes nervously about not wanting to find a crime scene on their brand new homestead. But they soon find more bones nearby, one of which appears to have a clean cut, as if something or someone...
Well, we just saw that.
They begin filming more actively, documenting the disturbing find while acknowledging the darker implications. This stretch of Arizona lies near known migrant routes. Many who attempt to cross the Sonoran Desert do so on foot, risking dehydration, extreme heat, and sometimes human trafficking. The presence of children's items mixed with what may be human remains suggests a possible connection to this crisis. Later, they call the local sheriff's department through a non-emergency line. A deputy agrees to meet them at the property. Coin and Victoria prepare to walk the officer through their findings, still unsure whether what they've found is tragic or horrifying. With no identification, no clear path, and no closure, it's the kind of a mystery that sticks.
Well, this is going to be short, and you're probably not going to find out if it's human or not. That sucks. Boy, I hate these types of endings.
The bones turn out to be from a deer.
Yes.
The implications weigh heavily on both of them, like always.
Did they get it analyzed? Because you can analyze that and find out if it's human or not. I know that.
Let me know what you thought of this encounter.
All right, that's it. I've had enough of this. I mean, it's not really what I was expecting. So, you know, maybe we'll do some more on another night, but that's it for this round. It's only going to be 3 disturbing camping encounters on my channel, because I don't think this content's all that great. So let's go ahead and end the screen capture. I don't know if I am. I think I am classified as a weirdo. But are you ready for some Hollow Knight? I'm going to end this and join back here in about 2 minutes. And we're going to do some Hollow Knight. And we'll do that for the rest of the night, however long I go with that. All right, guys. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Until then, be good.